Welcome back to realvacantland.com. This is Luke Smith. I've got another property for you. I was on the website just looking at properties. I'm always fixing stuff on there, and I saw this one. I'm like, geez, 20 acres, Cochise County. I like the 20 acres in Cochise County because the zoning on these are RU4, and that means that they're a minimum of 4 acres. RU is rural, I don't know, but RU, yeah, RU stands for rural something, and 4 is 4 acres. So you can make them 4 acre minimum lots. You can make 4 acre lots and up. So a lot of them are 20, 40, 160, 640 acres or whatever, something much bigger. But I get my hands on them and I split them into 4 acre lots because the economics are better to sell the 4 acre lots than the 20 acre lots. So you don't usually see the 20 acre lots on the website. So this one's being sold by Curtis. Um, this isn't one of mine, so he hasn't split it up, or maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe this is part of a bigger split. But he's got 20 acres of Cochise County. So if you wanted to try your hand at splitting some land, here you go. So or just a lot of people ask me, why do you always split them up? Why don't you sell some bigger ones? And so here you go. Here you can buy a bigger one too if you want. But you could, I mean, you could build a house on part of it. You could split that off. You could sell the house. You could build another house, split that off, sell it off. I mean, there's a lot more room when the zoning allows you to split your land up, is my opinion, my point here. And so there's all kinds of things you could do. Maybe your kids live on the land, or your mother-in-law or whoever, and they want to finance it, or to build a house on their part, they want to finance it. You could split that off. You could put it under their name and they could finance it. And there's just lots of things you can do. There's more levers to pull when you've got a property like this. So let's jump into the website and take a look at this one. So it's 20 acres, Cochise County, Arizona. First, I pulled up a map. I'll show you where Cochise County is. So this is, I just pulled up Cochise County on Google Maps here. And so here's the United States. And as we zoom in, this is the southeast corner of Arizona. And I've mentioned Cochise County on this YouTube channel numerous different times because a lot of people ask, where can I go? Where can I live in my RV? Where can I build a creative house out of these ingredients that nobody wants me to use, but I really believe in because of the cost, because of the whatever quality it might be, right? Um, and I think that's great. Somebody has something in their mind, you set your mind to it, you can do it. So this is one of those places you can do it. The rules are very much set up that I don't want to say there are no rules, but they're up to you to enforce your own rules. I think is a better way of saying it. So they want you to follow building code, but they also say if you get one of these RU4 or more properties like this one, you can sign some paperwork with the county. It says you're responsible for what you do, and you don't have to necessarily get inspected if you don't want. The county doesn't come over and inspect your plumbing and your electricity and your foundation and your roof and your whatever it is that you're working on. They don't have to inspect it if you don't want them to, and they charge money for it anyway. So why would you do that if you don't have to? So you can get out of those fees, you can get out of those inspections by doing it in Cochise County, and then you can get away with a lot more that you might want to get away with. And so Cochise County is set up like that, and that's why I keep pointing out Cochise County. Right next to it's Tucson. This is Pima County. We've got properties over here too. North is Phoenix. That's Maricopa County. I don't think we have any Maricopa County properties at the moment, but we've had them in all over the place in Arizona at one time or another. But we've got this one is in Cochise County. So down at the southern end of this county is Douglas, and where you've got supplies and things. Sierra Vista over here. Bisbee, you've got supplies in these towns. Tombstone's probably better known from the movies and things. Benson in the north, you got supplies. Wilcox is smaller, but you get some supplies there. San Simon, I don't even know if you call that it's like a truck stop. But so basically, if you go from there and you go up to Tucson, you get like gas stations and bigger supplies. So as we zoom in, this property is in this general region of the county. So we're going to go back to the website and we'll show you on a map here in a bit. But that gives you a little bit of perspective of Cochise County. And there's lots of other properties in Cochise County that we have up for sale on the website at any given time too. And as they get sold out, I'll probably restock with more and just keep having the cheapest land in the county, right? So this one is 20 acres, $12,000 is what Curtis is asking. Curtis's name, phone number, contact information is right up here, right above my head. You can call him and ask him questions anytime. If you buy this land, you're buying it from him. It's for sale by owner. You're not buying it from me, you're buying it from him. I'm just presenting it to you because it's on my website. So he's got this here. He's got the map. Let's pull up the map. So it looks like there's a line or a road or trail, whatever you want to call it, on the western side of this property, and maybe another one north, and a whole grid pattern around the area. South of it, it looks like we've got a couple houses, couple homesteads going on. If we zoom out, we'll see a bunch of crop circles, irrigation pivot points off to the west of this property. And let's do a map. Elfrida, I think Elfrida has a post office and maybe like a small school. McNeil, same thing, post office, school. And then south of there, you've got Douglas, where it's got more supplies. To the east of there, you've got Leslie National Canyon Wildlife Refuge and the hills that come up from there. And the dog's doing something. Then you got the Chiricahua Peak. I'm not going to say it right, but these mountains over here to the east of the property. There's a bunch of national forests, or a bunch of government land that you can go explore. Okay, so then there's Tombstone, Sierra Vista, Benson, Tucson. So it gives you an idea of where this property is. It's pretty central in the county. And it's flat. This is a flatter area. So that's where we're at. He's got some pictures on here. There's probably some diagrams. This is a picture I used in the background. It would be like out in these flat areas, not on the rocks. This is the hills to the east of the property, and then out over here would be where the property is. Here's a shot to, I think this is Tucson. Yeah, he's going to Tucson. So this map's going to Tucson, and it's 111 miles to Tucson, basically is what it's saying. So as we went down to the border in Douglas 1000 International Avenue, right at the border. It'd be 50 minutes, 34 miles to Douglas, to the town in the south. Here's a picture, street view shot of a road in the area. Here's a cartoon of the lot lines. There's a couple different shots of it. You can see all these pictures and diagrams by going to the link down below. That'll bring you back to the website. So here's a shot of those hills. I believe that picture is from off to the east, and it's right at the foothill looking up at these mountains. And there's the Chiricahua Mountains off to the northeast, and the Swiss Helm Mountains to the east and southeast. So it's right at the edge of the valley. Here's another shot from the north looking south, and it shows you, well, maybe there's a little bit more of a shoulder before it jumps up into these mountains than it looked like from the previous diagram. So I think we did a circle there. He's got a buy it now on the website, so you can hit the buy it now button. It looks like $12,000. You can fill out your information, title, tax, contact information, click, and go for it. And the property's yours. You start using it same day. He'll get the deed going, get it deeded into your name, and get the deed to you in short order. He's got a legal description of the property here, GPS coordinates. Yeah, so you click the GPS coordinates. I'll open it in a new link. It should open it in Google Maps, and yeah, so it's Google Maps. So if you clicked on that in your phone, it'd give you driving directions to go over there and look at that property. Elevations like almost 4,300 feet. And for reference, Tombstone is like, I think 12 or 1,300 foot elevation, and Phoenix is like 1,100 foot elevation. So this is much higher elevation than did I say Tombstone? Tucson. Tucson's a 1,200-ish, 1,300-ish foot elevation, and Phoenix is like 1,100 or 1,000 to 1,100 foot elevation. So at 4,300 foot elevation, you're up above the saguaro cactuses aren't living at this elevation. It's more temperate. It doesn't get as hot in the summer. It doesn't get, it's just more even of a climate for this far south. I don't know how better to say it. It doesn't get the massive cactuses that you get at lower elevation. And it gets more greener, it gets more bush, more stuff tends to live on the land. And you still get a cold evening and a blue sunny day, and the highs in the summer don't go as high, and the lows at night I mean, they're tempered it out more. It still gets colder in the winter than Tucson or Phoenix, but it's a heck of a lot better than the Northeast or the Midwest. I don't know how to explain the elevation. If you guys can explain living at 4,200 foot in southern Arizona, what kind of climate you're at, if you could put that in the comments, that'd be great. I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there watching that knows that elevation in that region a lot better than I do. Property tax is $291 a year. Taxes on this one. Saying approximate partial dimension 665 feet by 1,330 feet. So if you wanted to split it up, you could take, I mean, maybe go look up what the real dimensions are, get the county diagrams of what they think the dimensions are, and divide that thing by 5. That 1,333, let's say if we took that 1,333 and divided that by 5, you have 266 feet. So this one's a little bit longer than some of them. It's a little bit fatter than some of them. I think it might be a hair over 20 acres if those dimensions are right. It's probably like 20 and a half or something. But I'd want to go check the maps before I totally said that the size was wrong. So 266 foot. You could just say, the east 266 foot, or the west 266 foot of the east 533 feet, right? So you could draw boxes like that across the thing and describe out different pieces of the property if you wanted to sell off pieces, or if you wanted to sell off however you wanted to do it. There's lots of different ways to draw legal descriptions of what the land is that you'd want to sell if you sold it in pieces. Okay, so yeah, that's the property. 20 acres of Cochise County, Arizona, for $12,000 that you could split if you wanted to. In my opinion, not an attorney. As soon as I say that, the laws will probably change on me. But from what I know and what I've experienced, you could split that in today's regulatory regime. So take it as you will. 20 acres, $12,000, Cochise County. It should be easy to go build on, have fun with. This is Luke Smith, RealVacantLand.com, bringing you some more land. Please feel free to hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'll keep them coming. Talk to you again in the next one. Thanks. Bye.